Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They'll run this with Akers.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
That's complete to his running back, Jefferson.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 13. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 18-yard line.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Here's Herbert. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders...
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Darrell Henderson
His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here's Demir Bird to return from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Here's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, this defense for the Rams, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Chargers nothing.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Eckler, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
Play action. It's Herbert.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Got a man, it's Incomplete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. With that last pass, he just went ahead of Warren Moon on the all-time NFL career passing yards list.
And that's Hall of Famer Warren Moon. A significant accomplishment to be able to pass that number. Somewhere Warren is saying, but what if they added my Canada yardage, right? My time in the Canadian Football League, that's 21,000 more yards that could be added to Warren's total.
In the NFL, he had 49,325, and now you're looking at a man that is very close to 50,000. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
He'll dump this off to Akers.
And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Gay's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
First down, Chargers.
Herbert on first down now.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert back to the air.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Rams' 39-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 17-yard line.
First down, Chargers.
Herbert operating from the red zone. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To the air again, Herbert. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's brought down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Second down and goal. Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they may just be content to take this three-point lead and head into the locker room. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Stafford being chased out left. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground and picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for LA.
So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Bird to return from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
From the 27, Herbert is going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
With that down and distance, no real surprise they decided to throw the ball. But I think where the surprise kicked in, the result. Short pass downfield. That ball got taken for a nice journey to turn into a big play.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, Do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And out of bounds right around the 20. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. This will be caught inside the 10.
And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Donald Parham.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They'll run on 1st down. Akers found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, here's Stafford. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 38-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Stafford on 1st down.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
Touchdown, L.A.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And his maximum speed there, according to the next-gen stats, 21.9 miles per hour.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Bird to return from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Herbert. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
The defense going to blanket the field. 6 now in the secondary here for 3rd and 15.
Herbert now.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop, They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the 1st.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert, that's to the right side and complete to Njoku. Touchdown! David Njoku, his 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
28. Rams 17. Gonzalez set to
now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Going right back to Akers.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
65 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st down, Akers, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
This returnable for Bird.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now Eckler. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 42-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Chargers,